Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my video for my January 2021 writing goals as well as the yearly goals for 2021. I thought I would do this all together instead of making two separate videos. But I love doing these goal videos because it kind of keeps me on track of keeping on my writing goals. And so anyway, first a quick recap of last month. Last month my goals were to finish the first draft of my Storm Chasers story, and I was also planning on getting the edits done for the Anna story, the first story in the Anna series. So when I started off in December, I was still kind of like, I don't know, like riding the NaNoWriMo wave, you know. I was like still going and I was still writing. And I was really happy because I was really worried that last year I was going to be burned out with NaNoWriMo come December. But no, I was still going on, still pressing on. And I have currently about 70,000 words in that story, which is really good. The bad news is about, I think it was about the week before Christmas, I suddenly just like lost my muse. Like I kept saying like, I guess my muse is like on Christmas vacation without me, and I don't know what happened. It's just like all of a sudden I was at this block. Like there were some scenes that I was working on that that were kind of, I guess, kind of hard to write, and so yeah, I don't know what happened, but like my muse, she just like went away, and like I was like struggling. So I decided, since I was struggling with the Storm Chasers story, that I would just put that aside and I would get the edits done for my Anna story. So actually, that's what I think I'm going to do from now on. When I get burned out on a story, when I need a break from it, I will then just focus on editing or something like that. That way I'm still making story progress and I don't feel like I'm not doing anything. So I went through the edits of the Anna story. When I say edits, I mean this story is probably, it's already been through multiple rounds of edits, and it's going to go through multiple rounds of edits again because it was my first novel and it's the one that needs the most work. So I went through the edits on the screen. I didn't print it out like I usually do. Usually I print it out and it helps me when I read the printout, it helps me get the errors a little bit better, but rather than being on the screen. But I just was lazy, so I just decided to just do the edits on the screen, and it was fine. So I got all of that done, and then after I finished that, I still didn't want to go back to my Storm Chasers story because I was still, you know, kind of, my muse was gone. So then I decided, well, I would do the edits on the 7th grade story. So, and that story is only 45,000 words. It was actually 46,000 words at the start of the edits, and then I went through and I did more edits on it, and now it's about at 45,000 words. So it's pretty short. So because it was so short, I was able to just kind of get right through it, and I was done with it. The 6th grade story, I think, has ended up being 56,000 words, so not much longer, but just a little bit longer. But yeah, the 7th grade story, I wasn't even planning to do edits on that yet, but since I had just read the first Anna story, since I read the 6th grade story, I was like, well, I felt like I really wanted to read the 7th grade story. And the 7th grade story is so good. It is really good, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to brag or anything, you know, but I am just so proud of myself because I can tell the difference between my writing between the 6th grade story and like the 7th grade story, because the 7th grade story was I think the 3rd story I wrote. Might have been, I think it was the 3rd story, the 3rd novel that I wrote, because I wrote the Anna story and then I wrote another story and then I wrote the 7th grade story. So like I felt like, you know, I was getting the hang of this novel writing business, right? But yeah, that's like a really good novel. So that edits for that were like, you know, were a breeze. And of course, I say edits. I'm going to go through more rounds of edits with this, but anyway, that's what I accomplished in December. So this video is actually about not what I did in December. It's actually about what I'm planning to do for January. So I'm happy to say that I think my muse is back from her Christmas vacation, and I would really, really love to finish the Storm Chaser story. I know in my previous video I said, oh, you know, the Storm Chaser story is probably only going to be like 70,000, 75,000, so I'm almost done, yay. I've actually realized I think it's going to be closer to 80,000 words because I added in some additional scenes, and so yeah, it's going to be longer. So maybe I have like 10,000 more to go. So anyway, we'll see. But I'm hoping for January my muse will be back. And because I already wrote a scene this morning. I've been blocked on the story, but I did write one scene this morning. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to continue that. Now it's actually, as I'm filming this, it's December 26th. It's Saturday. But I'm not going to post it until January. So there's a small possibility that I might finish the first draft of the story before the end of the month, but I'm kind of doubtful about that. I probably won't. So we're just going to say for January, I'm going to finish the first draft of the Storm Chaser story. And I think now that I only have 10,000 words to go, I think I can do it. And I'm not so burned out on it anymore because I took a break from writing it. So yeah, that's going to be my first goal. And for my next goal, I think what I'm going to do is start on the outlines for the Rachel and Chase story. That's the story I really want to work on in 2021. I've got like 7,000 words, I think, in it. So yeah, but I really want to finish that one next year. I've got to finish that one next year because I cannot publish the second story in the Turtle Creek series or the third story until I publish the Rachel and Chase story, because the Rachel and Chase story is story number 1. I wrote story number 3 first, and then I wrote another story and decided, hey, that'll be a great story to add to that series, and I made that one the first story. And then I realized the character that was in book 3, Rachel, and the character that was in story 2, Chase, I decided, well, I need to write their story. I mean, obviously, I have to write their story too. So that's why I'm writing this series out of order. So I have to get the Rachel and Chase story done. So, okay, that'll be my goal for January. Another goal, I'll start on the outlining because, I mean, I've done some of the outlining already, but there's more work to be done. And if I've learned anything about the Storm Chaser story, is that I was able to get a lot more done than I thought I was able to because I did so much outlining in Preptober. So I think if I do that much outlining that I did in Preptober for the story, maybe the story will be easy to write. I don't know, we'll see. Now the other thing I've got going on in January is that I should be getting back the edits for my YA novel, One Big Mess. And so then after that, what I need to concentrate on is I need to publish my first book. Like that's gonna be the goal, right? To get this book published. And so I need to work on like the final details of what I need to do. I need to like get the copyright done, and I was gonna do the audiobook, but then 2020, you know, and that's really all I need to say, right? 2020. So I think I'm going to hold off on the audiobook. I definitely want to do the audiobook, but I just don't know if if financially I can afford to do the audiobook right now. So I'm just going to hold off. And plus, since this is my first book and I've never published anything before, I don't really know what I'm doing. So I kind of want to like wait until I kind of know what I'm doing before I attempt to do like everything at once. I mean, who says I have to do like everything at once? I mean, you know, I can publish the audiobook later. It's no big deal. But anyway, so yeah, that's going to be other thing I need to do, which actually brings me to my yearly goals. So the next year, I am going to publish my first book, One Big Mess. It's a story about a girl who's got a mother who is a compulsive hoarder. And she tries to help her mom by getting her on a reality hoarding show, like one of those, you know, hoarding shows where they clean up everything. And so I'm really excited about this book because I love those like hoarding shows. Like, I guess that's what inspired me to write this book. But in any case, that is coming out. I don't know the release date yet. I think I'm going to try to shoot for like maybe in April, maybe March or April, maybe sometime in the spring, you know, when like things are like getting a little bit better and like 2020 is like getting further and further behind us, you know. So yeah, I think maybe spring, we'll see. And then after that, maybe hopefully after I get One Big Mess published, then I can concentrate on getting the Anna series published, stories 1 and 2. I'm gonna have to finish the edits on that, the never-ending edits. I know I'm always talking about editing the Anna series. I know, I'm getting sick of talking about the edits that I'm doing. But after I finish the edits, then I need to get the book covers for those. And because the book is going to be a book series, I need to make sure like the covers look very similar. So I'm really excited about that. That's like one of the fun parts, I think, is like, you know, getting your book cover ready. So that's what I'll do for this year. So hopefully I can get 3 books published. I don't want to overwhelm myself by trying to do more than 3. I do have several more books that are finished, that, you know, they just need to go through more editing, you know, another round of editing, you know, endless rounds of editing, yeah. The reason I edit so much is because I'm a perfectionist. I just, like, won't let it go. Like, I just keep reading it and reading it and rereading it and rereading it, and, like, I keep making changes, but anyway, you don't want to hear about all that, but anyway, I don't want to overwhelm myself is what I'm saying. So I think 3 books is a good number to aim for to publish in a year, right? And then hopefully I can finish that Rachel and Chase story this year and get that ready, and then I can publish that in 2022. And then after I publish that one, then I can publish the rest of my Turtle Creek series. So probably what's going to be happening is I'm going to be writing some stories, and then I'm going to get burned down on them, and then I'm going to go back to that stack of first drafts that I have and do more editing, because, you know, that's my favorite thing to do, right? Not really. I'm going to quit talking about editing. I'm getting tired of talking about it. Anyway, that's my goals for January in the year of 2021. I'm hoping 2021 is going to be a much better year. I'm a little worried about 2021, to be honest. I actually thought 2021 was going to be a year like 2020, because 2001 was a really bad year, and then 2011 was a really bad year for me too. So I've kind of been dreading 2021, like, oh God, what kind of year is this going to be? And then 2020 happened, and I'm like, well, oh God, you know, this is exactly what I thought 2021 was going to be like. Well, I mean, not exactly. I didn't predict a pandemic, but so anyway, I'm hoping 2021 will be a better year. Maybe this will be my year, and maybe this will be the year I can finally say I'm a published author. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. So if you have any goals for this year, or even just for the month of January, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're working on. Love to hear it. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.